Okay. Let me just make sure that everything is working fine. Okay, guys, we have Supersport United versus Kaizer Chiefs. Hey. Sorry about that. I'm a little bit late. Some tech difficulties there, but I am here. Okay, so we've got Supersport versus Chiefs. We are 2 minutes in. So these two teams, obviously, we saw them literally just last week. We saw them. We beat them 4-0 this weekend, actually. Yeah, last weekend. We beat them 4-0. So this is a return match. Whether it's going to be a grudge match or it's going to be a normal game, I don't know right now. But here we are. So we've got Supersport United versus Kaizer Chiefs. Supersport United in the league, are sitting number 13. They've played 5 games, 1 win, 1 draw, and 3 losses. They have a grand total of 4 points. And then Kaizer Chiefs at number 7 have 3 games played, 2 wins, 1 loss to mamelodi Sundowns, and 6 points. In the last 5 games, Kaizer Chiefs have 3 wins and 2 losses to their name up to this point. And then Supersport United have 3 losses, 1 win, and 1 draw to their name. The last time we saw Supersport out was when they were playing the other Soweto the Soweto neighbors, man. Where? Spashanga pa, Pefeni, Spashangale, Orlando, Sbuye, Futi Sepolokwane. So that was 2-0 versus Pirates. Then, of course, our last game was versus Supersport United. We had a bit of a rest coming into this game. In terms of the starting lineups, in terms of starting lineup, for Supersport United, you have Mbanjwa, you have Mobi, you have Baliti, you have Okon, you have Tatwayo, you have Morris, you have Ndovu, you have Mangezi, you have Baloi, you have Bangosum, and you have Aya. That is the starting lineup for Supersport United. Okon has been brought in. They saw good Shubile, so they brought in Ima Okon. And then, of course, Kaizer Chiefs on their side has Mtwari in goal. We have Frosler Miguel, Dotley Cross, Zwane Castillo, Shabalala Sereno Duba, and Chiva Vairo. That is what we have here with the two teams, 11 on 11. In the last 5 games, of course, there have been no draws. These two teams don't play draws, man. We don't believe in games that end with 0-0 or 1-1 or where people go home with 1 point. In the last 5 games, Supersport has won 2 games and Kaizer Chiefs has won 3. So let's see what's going on. 4 minutes in, it is 0-0. I want to see if Kaizer Chiefs can keep up the momentum that they've had up to this point. I want to see how they move from this point on, and whether they're going to change anything from the Supersport game. The Pirates game. I think they played an okay game versus Pirates. Obviously, that Mahupa goal took them by surprise, but we'll see what has to happen there. And then, of course, with Kaizer Chiefs, man, the scintillating form we've been on is great up front. Our front 4 is incredible. I think our front 4 are amazing people. But hey, that back 6, not that they're bad players, but whatever setup we have is currently not working out. I think there's a communication gap, but today we are seeing Zwane and Castillo in the middle. So maybe that's going to be a little bit different. I'm here, agent. I'm here. Tyler, I'm a Kosangenile. Yeah, it's corner, man. It's corner. Supersport United need to hand us the 3 points and move on. Says Bogani. Ay, Bogani. I'll give them a chance to play, Amos. How can they keep the momentum when we try to be on fire 6 days we don't play? That's a scheduling thing. Guys, we had the conversation. I did say that this league has a lot of open spaces when we speak about league games and having those games. There's a lot of open spaces that maybe we're not using properly. And some of the teams are now having to carry a huge burden. I know a lot of them are in CAF, but some people, Supersport is now playing their 3rd game in a week, I'd say. And Chiefs has been off. It's not the first time Chiefs has been off. They've been off. There was a 2-week period where we weren't playing either while other games were playing. So we had the convo that I think the schedule could be done a lot better, and maybe it hurts us that we don't have the same the same time in between, because there'll come a time where Chiefs is going to have to play 3 or 4 games in a row, and then it's going to be snacks again. So that's the thing. Okay, let's see. Supersport, please do the job for the country, says Mulantwa. Bongani says khoza set the league to favor Pirates. We're not going to see a derby or a Sundowns league game until next year. So maybe. Are people sleeping on Mtuduzi? I think Mtuduzi has been doing well. But I do think that the most important player at Chiefs right now is Sirino. Sirino is the heartbeat of the team. He's the guy that makes the decisions. When I say the front four looks incredible, it's because we've got a thinker there. We haven't had a thinker when it comes to Kaizer Chiefs for a very long time. So yeah, this is where I feel like, man, it's snacks, you know? I foresee a draw today, or we will come from behind. That's an interesting thing, because, you know, as a team, Akonukshawa 4 in a week. You can't be beaten 4-0 twice. So I think Supersport will be much more ready for Kaizer Chiefs. Gavin Hunt was on a podcast with Peter du Toit, and Peter du Toit said that they spoke about Chiefs and what happened. It was the day after they played the game versus us, I believe it was, and he was speaking about how Chiefs, Sirino cheats. So when Sirino cheats like that, it's because, you know, he doesn't come back in defense. So he was saying that if you're playing at a smaller team, or you're playing in a higher game, you might not see Sirino do anything there, because he doesn't come back on defense, and it'll put his defense under pressure. So I think what they're going to do is possibly try put a man on Sirino, try make it very hard for him to play, and maybe that might stifle Chiefs going forward. I think they're not going to be gung-ho about their defense. They're going to not play a high line. Basically, man, stick to their spaces and we go from there. So let's see. Let's see how it goes. When Sirino's out, Chiefs doesn't function well. This referee is very strict, says Ubudise. Hey, how are you doing, V-Man? Welcome, my brother. How are you doing? We need to watch long balls and long throws. I just feel like the problem with Chiefs has always been communication. You just need communication, Lapemova. Our DMs, Mina, I'm more interested in what Zwane and Castillo are going to do, because Zwane, in as much as we're putting him in 6, he's not necessarily a 6 type of player. And then Castillo, man, he likes to go forward, he likes to get into the box, he likes to head a balls, he likes to get chances. He only really played 6 when he had just landed. Remember when he had just landed for like 3 or 4 games, he was readily available in the 6th position. I think he played it very well. Made some mistakes. If you think about that Sundowns game, where Sundowns, he tried to play a back pass, or he tried to play a side pass, it was intercepted and scored. That was one of the few mistakes he had made at 6, which shocked me when they started moving him to 8, for example. I think he was an incredible 6 at that time. Very steady on the ball, didn't lose the ball, all of that type of stuff. And then, man, we don't have a proper 6. Maybe Umtetwa. I still want to see if Umtetwa can shine in this team. I still want to see if he can do some of what he was doing for Stellenbosch. At Stellenbosch, he was very capable, man. Getting the ball from the defense, and then his sole job was to play the ball forward to the attacking mids, or the more attacking players up front. Manjitina, we had deployed him last year as a 3rd centre back. Yeah, we were playing a back 5 Umtetwa, and I think we lost him. In the first few games that he played, he was connecting. He was playing the 1-2s. He was doing all of that stuff. And, you know, yeah, he was a good player. I don't know where it went wrong. I don't know if it was the Chiefs' curse. Hopefully, Nabi can fix that. But let's see how it goes. Yeah, I was still reading comments. Sorry about that. He's going to be beaten still. Hunt must just go rest after this game. Supersport must reconsider. Lulu says, how is the Mighty Chiefs playing so far? I'm not home yet. It's been an okay game. It's still quiet. You'd expect that from the first 10 or so minutes, 10, 15 minutes, that it's still a bit quiet. So we'll see. We'll see how it pans out. We need to take our chances. We'll finish them and be number 3 because those naughty boys at the top talk a lot. What do you guys think Chiefs is going to finish? We've now watched how many games of Chiefs? 3 league games. What is it? 3 league games, 2 cup games. We've won the CAF Cup. How do you guys feel about Chiefs right now? In another packed stadium, just by the way, I just want to say, another packed stadium in Polokwane. You know, we don't even have to be home to pack a stadium, but asikho lapho. Nabi is a great coach. You'll realize Mart is not giving us anything, hence Castillo. Man, they always frame it as that guy resting. Let's see. On the bench for Kaizer Chiefs, we have Woma, we have Msimango, we have Mashiane, Mart, Blom, Modi, Vilakazi, and Dupria. Supersport on the other side have Tulu, Lungo, Sanoka, Jansen, Rapo, Lakay, Pochenpool, Matangu, and Pule. Interesting that Pule is not here, which could actually point to maybe Gavin Hunt saving them for the second half. Maybe you do your long throw thing for the first half. You do your long throw thing, you try to catch them off with set pieces and things like that. And then from that point on, later on, you bring in Pule. He was playing sort of a 4-4-2 versus the Pirates, with Pule going in as a striker, Jugamanja, who's also not here. But let's see. Can we be fair on Gavin Hunt, guys? Fair on Gavin Hunt. And this is not me liking Gavin Hunt speaking. It's a tough task, man. I think they planned heavily to have certain players there, and those players are not here. Now, obviously, as a CAF A licensed coach, as a CAF A licensed coach, you should have other plans. You should have other things that you can do with the squad. But I mean, if you spend all of preseason playing one way and you now have to play another, do we give him the leeway to say, you know, you haven't had time? Maybe after 10 games, we'll see what Supersport has and we can start judging them from there. It hasn't been very easy for them. I mean, having to play Pirates and us on the up and up, it hasn't been easy. But anyway, let's see what you guys are saying. Roman and Mtetwa still to come. Mart was tried in the field. Is Blom still a 6, guys? In the comments there. Is Blom still a 6? Because he doesn't feel like a 6 to me. It feels like whatever they did there at St. Louis City, he wants to play higher up. And I don't know if it's because maybe he was still excited, you know, coming back to Chiefs. Apparently, go St. Louis, it's tough since Bradley Cornell was moved on. Is it maybe an excitement thing? He got over excitement. We'll see the real Blom now, especially with his fitness. It seems like he's a little bit unfit, which is funny because of how the seasons go that side. But anyway, let's see. Maybe he could be the guy. Castillo will join in attack. Zwane will have to be disciplined and not move. Tyler, do you trust Zwane to be disciplined and not move? I don't know if Zwane can break up play in front of the defense. I think he can break up play from the midfield, maybe slightly higher than the midfield. He can break up play, but otherwise, I don't know. Hey. Tabang says we're finishing number 1. Yeah. Budisa says I see Kaizer Chiefs finishing 4th. Duba still needs a lot of coaching. He hasn't played that many first team games. I also think one of the issues is that Uduba is doing a lot more work because Sirino doesn't do work. Defensively, dropping back in, coming back to assist. We saw what happened the other game when Sirino was playing on the right-hand side and had to defend. He wasn't there for most of the game. So, hey, I don't know, eh? That's the only achievement Chiefs can celebrate. Mulanto, leave us. Hey, Bona, give us any stadium, we'll fill it up. Man, this season Chiefs is back, guys. The country is different when the Chiefs is back. When Chiefs is back, the GDP is higher, the people are happier, yeah? The kids are playing, yeah, I'm under 20, they're winning things. Okay, I'm not going to speak about Banyana. The COSAFA team is winning. The world looks different, man, when Chiefs is doing well. I don't know what it is. Hunt will turn it around. Supersport, you'll see. Sipo says Kaizer Chiefs false hope is good for the league. MK says no, nah, OT is just the likes of Hunt. He complains too much. Use your available material. Okay, I agree with you there. I guess the one complaint I have of Gavin Hunt is, hey, you are complaining. Oh, you are complaining. Oh, you are complaining. Even when there's no need to complain, we are complaining. And maybe from a team mentality point of view, you know, when things are going wrong with the team, especially with Supersport this season, when people are injured and all of that, sometimes you need to look at your coach and, you know, the messaging around the club needs to come from your coach and be good messaging. There's Castillo. You see, Castillo's already in the box. Sorry. Like if you look at Naby, for example, it would be very easy during the times when Chiefs was having a tough time, beginning of the season, when we were losing 4-0 to Boyanga and all of that stuff. It would be very easy for the coach to come out and say, oh, but guys, you know, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. Maybe if the team would have brought this player and done this and done that. But he comes out and he goes, I'm going to, you know, I'm going to give positives to the players. I'm going to try to uplift them. Yes, there's going to be mistakes and things like that, but it's so nice to hear the coach come out and say, no, who was he speaking about last? Zwane. That I'm still going to give Zwane chances to play, and I'm still going to let him play. When he spoke about the left back, I'm forgetting the left back that played in the younger game. I'm forgetting that boy. He said, if I take him out right now, I kill his whole confidence, you know? And can you imagine being on the Supersport team and every week you hear your coach saying, oh no, I wish I had better players. If you have better players, you can do this. We don't have the budget to go buy better players. Also, Tinas Lalayo. We don't deserve to be coached. What does that do to a team psyche? But anyway, his fitness doesn't allow him to be a 6, says Open Mind. Yes, Bloom is a good 6, says Tyler. We don't know what Blom plays anymore. Nabi must take him back to 6. Also, let's try Mtetwa. I want to try Mtetwa. But if I have a crazy idea, I've said we are because you have to cover. My crazy idea is to put Miguel into 6. My crazy idea is to put Miguel into 6, have Msimango and Dotley play the center back positions. Maybe that could work. I don't know. Do you think that could work, especially defensively? That's what I want to see. But what I want to point out, from that passage over there, it's funny that your left back has to run all the way up to go meet the ball when the wing is standing right there. And I think that's the big problem that the Chiefs defense faces. Their left and right back, or more specifically their left back, left and right wing are not actively coming back to defend the back four. And, you know, we know Cirino is a defensive liability on the left-hand side there, on that side. So it means that at different stages, your left back has to jump out and you leave 3 people at the back. And if you can beat a Miguel that's now reacting to go to that side because Cross is not there, it opens up some channels within our defense where you can get a little bit of something from that defense. So I think that's what we need to work on. I always say it's either then you tell one of your 6s kind of drop into the backs and then make it a 3 or make it a 4. You get what I mean? Make it a 3, make it a 4 while your left back is gone. That way you've got some cover. But we keep conceding in the spaces between the 2 center backs when the center backs are driven out to the wing. Okay? Castillo, he finally gets a start and he can't continue. Oh, Angenumart. I'm sure. So we need to work on those relationships, honestly. Yo. He got kicked. Okay, it seems like Castillo's out. So we're going to be forced into the first change. He's not playing Mara Uplomba. I need to speaking about the options at 6. We're speaking about the options. Nangumar. I think we started off by speaking about Zwane and Castillo and maybe what type of weaknesses they may have. And then we're speaking about the options of who to play there, you know. Between 2 and 3, number 1 is obviously Masandawana. ADL says, good afternoon. Me? You think I'm shaking? Oh, I'm not shaking, guys. You think I'm shaking? I'm not shaking. But I fall, do you thinking we can't beat them 1? I'm not shaking, guys. Don't worry about me. Okay, I might be shaking now that Mart is coming on, but you know what? I'm going to be positive. Mart has a big engine. He looked a lot better in the last games, especially against this Supersport team. Gross domestic happiness, Lerat, exactly. Interest rate went down, Yana, petrol went down. I'm not too good for the country, Tawag. Service delivery is good when Amakos is doing well. Mbutu. There we go, Mbutu. Shouldn't that be a pen? I thought about it. Maybe. Before we start benefiting. Exactly, OT. If the coach is not motivated, so will the players. Guys, remember, halftime, I'm going to let in some people. When you get to halftime, then some people will analyze what we've seen from the first half. And then if we can get to 25,000 likes here on TikTok, then I'll leave it open. Remember, this is a very interactive show. I want to hear from you guys. And to hear from you guys, you have to be following me here on TikTok if you're watching on YouTube right now. And then there's a button at the bottom of the screen that says multi-guest. You click on it, I let you in. Then you get a minute or 2 to tell me what you're thinking about the game. Or at halftime, you get to analyze the game with me. We can speak about what we've seen here. So please remember that. But 25K likes. Second half, it stays open. Anytime you can drop in and give me a minute. We have a shot there by Ufrosla that goes over. Well over. Castillo got injured now because he's joining the attack. Hence, Zwane has to be disciplined. How am I planning to cheat? I'm not planning to cheat. Heban. Zwane is being too relaxed when he has the ball, says Utiyo. I want Hunt, when he complains today, to talk about him benefiting. That should have been a penalty. Talk along the benefits, guys. Today it's you. Husan, it's me. The next day it's Gallants. We know. In your head, let's hope it's Blom, not Mart. I was just guessing. If somebody gets injured in the midfield, Mart is going to come in. We should know that by now. He missed the ball and kicked Castillo. Why the hate on Mart? Bongani, it's not a hate on Mart. I've always said, my theory about Kaizer Chiefs and some of the teams around the league is that we're playing players in positions where they're not meant to play. I think Mart has an incredible engine. And I think when you play him in 8, you start to see some of his qualities in covering the 10, but also covering the 6. So the space right before the 6 has to jump in. The problem is that we don't have a proper 6, right? I'll give you another example. Frosler. I spoke about Frosler now. Or Cross. Let's speak about Cross. Cross has to cover Sereno. So Cross is doing double job right now. If he has a bad game, is it because Cross, the player, is bad? Or is it maybe because it's been 2v1s? Frosler consistently over our first few games faced 2v1s, had to make the decision whether to jump or to stay, wasn't properly supported by the mids, you know? So I think Mart as an 8 would be great. With a proper 6 as an 8 would be great. Still waiting for Matlou. When Matlou comes back, he's changing everything. The problem starts now. Remember, he scored last game. Yeah, we're going to talk bad about him. Maybe that motivates them. 7 changes for Supersport. Hunt is tired of being a whooping coach. He even changed during the Pirates game. Didn't he make a lot of subs because he was like, he didn't have a full squad, or his squad is thin, or whatever it was. We really have no faith in Mart. Let's have 15% hope. Yeah, now maybe the bench will change him. You're expecting how much, GD? You're expecting how much? Now I see why Frostlet doesn't want to shoot. Can't be a pen. He went and starts showing. That's the ref. If we speak about the ref here on the Overthinking Football Show, there's two people that I speak to. It's Maronza. Maronza doesn't want to speak too much, and it's Malume Kutso. So if you want Mr. Fix-It one to Overthinking Football, Malume Kutso there in the comments is the one. Mr. S says, good luck, Supersport. No, friends of Supersport. Hey, Mr. S, you've been supporting Supersport your whole life. For you to come here and say those things. Better defending by Supersport today, but I still don't see them winning. The best result for them is a draw. They've been playing for a draw. This setup, your Supersport, is very similar to the setup that they had versus Sundowns at the beginning of the Sundowns game. So in the first half of that game, they essentially just sat back in formation and they sort of just did this. So when Sundowns tried to play it out from the back, they made sure not to press. They made sure not to commit too many people forward and all of that stuff. Oh, Nazo. They made sure not to make mistakes in that way. And they kind of forced them to play a long ball into midfield that they were winning, right? They would win that ball almost all the time. Issue, inkinga, the kotsi with Supersport is that they get overexcited at times. So when things start going well, so you'll see if Supersport gets 1 or 2 successful attacks, even if it comes from long throws, they tend to lose themselves. And then they start, losing shape, running all around the place, doing weird things and all of that stuff, So I think concentration is going to be very important for Supersport. And I believe it's because of the Sereno fear, right? Like I said, Gavin said in that podcast episode that Chiefs doesn't play necessarily. What they do is the moment you commit players forward, they come out with 2 or 3 balls. 2 or 3 balls, they find themselves up top. And Sereno is a threat when shooting. So your defenders tend to sit off of him. Now, this is me just adding. Defense tends to sit off of him. When they're in attack, Ushabalala makes those decoy runs. Makes those decoy runs that pull your defense in different places. You've got Ranga who's getting physical with your defenders, and that gives them so many options. And if you catch them off and you're in a 3v3 or a 3v2 type situation, that's where Chiefs killed it. So I guess the instruction for today was, guys, sit back. Don't get excited. Don't go forward. Don't do anything crazy. Just stay in position. Starve them of space. If Duba gets his first touch, there was a ball played there that if it was controlled properly, but you have to give benefit of the doubt. He had a defender coming at him. But guys, please give Shaba his flowers. Flower every 10 minutes, Tio. Bonke. He's such a good player for Chiefs this season, but it's okay. Shabalala has been incredible for this team as, a third man runner. Nati Maskulmi's coach, third man runner. I wish good luck for Supersport United. Our players' first touches have been bad, says Modise. Shabalala should have did the most. Control. Do SA players do shooting drills at Jibin? Now when I asked the question during the week that when you look at development, and it's probably in the group, I'm sorry, there's an Overthinking WhatsApp group. So if you want to join the WhatsApp group where we have these conversations in full with some of the smartest people I've encountered, you can join via the link in my YouTube. So click on subscribe on YouTube and click on join. There's a link in the channel, in the members area that will give you access to the WhatsApp group. Incredible place, 24/7 there. What was I saying? Yeah. Think back to when you were playing football. How many times did you do shooting drills in Jay? And maybe the only person I can really ask here who knows what it was like for us, I don't know if, Viman, are you still with Colin? Because Colin became goalkeeper in primary school. Shama shooting drills guy one. I only remember one practice why we had shooting drills. And even as we went through under 15, under 17, and all of those things, I don't remember a practice where I was sat down and they told me, strikers move like this and strikers move like that. So why do you expect 24-year-olds to all of a sudden click and know exactly what tactics mean and all of that stuff if you haven't gone to a proper academy or a development doing that job? How many video sessions do you have coming up when you're learning your craft? Because while you're trying to learn your craft at 14, there's kids that have been doing it from 6 years old. But anyway, Chiefs is not there yet. We haven't been playing here. Tabang says, I like seeing this. We're not afraid to attempt line-breaking passes. Vizwe says something is missing. ADL says, besides Sirino, our attack could be better. So is the question that we have a counter-attacking team? Kanabarinka coach, but transition. Is the problem that we have a counter-attacking team that doesn't know how to play? Okay, it's not a low block, it's not a mid block, but to play a structured team that's not going to let you run. Maybe that's the question. Maybe in this game we should see Abu Shabalala coming closer and then playing touches, trying to break that defense down that way, maybe. Outside of trying to look for the long ball. Duvas. What was that? What was that?
Bafana, man. What?
I feel like Sirino is sitting back to see if the rest of the team is on. I don't like him back. My one fear with Sirino is that we turn him into a dolly. Sirino's not a winger. Which is probably why I would have loved to see if Sirino could play centrally as a 10. And then you have Shabalala as the winger to support the cross. Because the moment he starts dropping too deep, that's where, man. Remember the game versus Sundowns, where he was dropping all the way back. He was almost in line with Frost at times. And I don't think he's effective from there, honestly speaking. Oh boy. And Ranga, also Ranga. Why is Ranga dropping back? You know what Tyson? Or did he finally found some big players that can take him on, that don't mind his size? I don't know. Hey. Besides Sirino, our attack could be better. I feel like Sirino's sitting back to see if the rest of the team is on. Amakos are promising Mara will win this game. Shaba reminds me of Eckstein. Dubai is average at best as local man 325. Gavin's instruction is being listened to here, for sure. Musa says if they close the supply to Sirino and Dubai and be tactically disciplined at the back, pelile. But Musa, where Supersport did well versus Sundowns, they lost it in the second half. In the second half, they tried to somehow play expansive football. And when those spaces open up, they changed their midfield. That's when Sundowns took advantage of them. So I think it's either you take the risk to lose this game as Supersport, or you go, maybe this is the point, a well-needed point after everything we've been through so far this season with the games. One goal changed the game, says Kagiso. Normally we say that the lesser favored team must score. So Supersport must score in order to make the game exciting. But this is the Chiefs game, and I'm going to be biased. I need Chiefs to score and make the game boring. That's what's stressing me. We look better with Sirino in 10 and Duba wide. No, look, I understand the thinking behind it. I understand that you're almost cheating. It's meant to play like how Sundowns played Zwane last season. When Zwane, Ribeiro, and Shalulile were on the pitch, you technically have a front three, but we all know that there's no balls that are going to be played on the left high. Oh, Miguel, here's another one who's a yellow card waiting to happen. Keep an armband. Oh, way. So it's meant to be like a false wing, where that player is going to drop inside and try play centrally. But we know that they're going to play up the right if they are going to play up either of the wings. Mara, the problem is defensively. We don't have the type of defenders right now that are confident enough, that we are confident enough in to leave them alone. Even Sundowns had to cheat in that system and have Kutsia playing as a third centre back from the mid. Kanakakas coach baring. It's not a register king, Kana. Register's deep line playmaker. What's the other one? I wish Ulindo was here, man. What's the other one? That one. Where you are a midfielder who's essentially a third defender. Does that make sense? Abelung baslula basics in football. SA players cannot shoot. Sands. Now I will say it again. I'll say it again. When have you had a practice where you did basics? How many practices in your life as a football player? All of us here in the comments. I'm sure we've all played under 13, under 15, under 17, under 19. You may not have gone professional or any of that stuff, but how many times have you had a game or practice where people are split into their groups and they teach you the finer things? Europe doesn't beat us because they are fancier. I think bar for bar, we have more talented players, but they've got the theory behind it. We rely so much on natural talent. That side, they tell you, striker must so you stand like this. When this person does this, you stand like this. We're going to build on top of whatever natural ability that you have, but you're going to learn the basics of the game. You're going to learn, how to run as a striker. You're going to learn how to defend. You're going to learn how to shoot. You're going to learn how to pass. You're going to learn those small little boring tactical things that you need to learn. Tina, shall we box? Yeah? How many of you have had this practice? Shall we box and we just play? It's not even a goal. You just play. Two teams, possession. And it's good, but then when you get to the game and Johan is making runs behind your defense, you don't know how to deal with it. You don't know how to deal with it. Gavin and Tagana plan hoofing the ball forward from a free kick on the center line. Sazi says, how's the game going? I'd say we have the ball, but we're not dominating. Supersport is just sitting back, really. Do guys even want to play overseas? Once they join Kaizer Chiefs, Orlando Pirates, and Sundowns, they relax. According to, what's his name? Mike McCabe. According to Mike McCabe, if you're not going to premier teams, you're going to earn as much as you're going to earn here. You're going to have your family here. Hisanyama's here, there. You're going to be loved by fans. Your family is going to be close. Yeah, it's comfortable. And maybe that's what killed our players. Remember John Obi Mikel saying also in an interview on some podcast, or was it his podcast, where he spoke about how the difference between South African and Nigerian players and a lot of West African players is that their leagues can't afford to pay them what PSL players get. Their leagues are not good leagues as a whole. So they have to go out and survive. Tina, you're going to want to go play overseas, and then you're going to think to yourself, hey, this is tough, man. I'm the foreigner. They don't want to play me. I'm struggling. Let me just go back home, man. Let me go back home. Coin scheme. Nearby. So a lot of them don't want to go overseas. A lot of them want to go overseas. So I think we have to figure out how to raise the level of the local game. Seriously raise the level of the local game. But yeah, that's a much bigger thing. Miguel has 2 yellow cards already. He has 2 yellow cards in the league, yeah. Standard 3 means you're out for 1 game, right? Libero's what? Thank you, Libero. I see what Hunt is doing. He wants to stop the losing streak first before he thinks about winning, says Tem Nkosi. Danko, thank you guys for the Libero thing. Campbell also mentioned that in Europe they look at your flaws and work more on them. In Amal Shigisha, we're just going to ask you to Shigisha it, man. We're just going to ask you to Shigisha it. We're not going to teach you how to Shigisha in motion or how to maybe do other things. I always say, our players have so many attributes that could be incredible. So you think about the guys who dribble. You could easily turn that into press resistance. Vilakazi doesn't lose the ball much. For example, I'm giving you an example. Ito doesn't lose the ball much in possession. That's why they call that press resistance. If you talk about first touches and taking the ball down, there's some players in the league. Whatever. The fact that umuntu angatrapa ngetolo, that tells you that yes, Nkosi yami. Oh no, there's the goal they were waiting for. There's the goal they were waiting for. Yo, now, hey,
Ziyakhala and ziku loudspeaker and I couldn't into off. I no couldn't into off. I ziyakhala ke manje. Ziyakhala ke manje.
Supersport waiting for the counter. Yay. Supersport waiting for the counter. To catch Chiefs off from where? Guys, please. Go the flowers attack. Go the flowers attack, guys. Can I please have my flowers? First, let me see the replay. But can I please have my flowers? Look at where cross is going to. Look at how many players are around. Now, Dotley doesn't know whether to go that side or stay. Frosler is behind. Oh, is that Mart? Yeah, Dotley is there. You see where Dotley is? Just play a back 4, man. Just play a back 4. How? Hey, bar. Just play a back 4, man. Yo. Lulu, you guys were asking for goals. Now there's a goal. Aye, man. I don't want it to be exciting with us losing. Another very interesting thing about this goal is that it came when? Critical phase. 5 minutes at the beginning of the game, from whistle, first 5 minutes to 10 minutes. Last 5 to 10 minutes of the half. 5 to 10 minutes after halftime. 5 to 10 minutes towards the end of the game. Is that not where people get hurt? And that's where we got hurt. Hi. Before I read the rest of the comments, I saw somebody here saying that Vilakazi is small. So Phil Foden, is Phil Foden huge? And I'm assuming this to do with Europe. Is Phil Foden huge? Phil Foden. Xavi, Iniesta, Messi. Saka's not the biggest of boys. Are we just making those type of excuses again? You know? Especially for the positions they play. That side, not all over the 10s and all those people are huge players. But anyway. Chiefs. Do you know what's the tough part about this one goal? The tough part about this one goal is that I was waiting for Supersport to hit us in the second half and maybe lose shape. But now that they're leading 1-0, there's a world where Supersport goes, Kwalame Mati, shut the back door, and they win 1-0. Gavin is not above doing that. Very nice finish, Sans. Very, very nice finish. Yeah, you see, they're going to play the lowest blocks we've ever seen since Tabang. I'm telling someone I'm afraid of this, Morris, says Ukahiso. Thank you, Snovuyo. Thank you so much. I mustn't stress. Okay, okay. Don't worry. I like you guys. Whatever system Chiefs is playing is not it. Pativala. Hey, they're closing down now. The player size doesn't matter. Yeah, the player size doesn't matter for me. Fidel Castro. The point I'm making is Mfundo, I'm using him as an example, but there's a lot of them. Mfundo has attributes that, if worked on, can be at that level. Sandre Campbell is in Belgium right now, scoring for that team, that youth team. He's not the tallest of players, right? The point I was making was, the problem with South African football is that we see Mfundo and he's got these raw things. But instead of working on those raw things and adding some of the other boring things to those raw things, where a dribbling can become a press resistance, because that's now a skill that he possesses, that he doesn't lose the ball. You know how valuable that is in some of the countries in Europe. Some of our favorite players, they love them. Why? Because they don't lose the ball. But because it's still ushukela and it's not press resistance, we look down on it. And the major point I was making was that we have a lot of technical abilities and things that we can bring into our games that we don't, right? And instead of these players getting better, they're not getting better. They're just relying. Yeah, they don't repeat things. It's all luck, man. I have to wait for you to do something special in order for you to see something. But anyway, these guys are extremely technically gifted, says Umoki. Supersport is not giving Chiefs space to run behind the defense. Now Chiefs has to be creative. Kaizer says, looking forward to the second half. I want to see Chiefs going to come back now. Mokwena. Tabang says the coach himself is not huge. Actually, he's teased about being short. Moki says size counts big time in Africa, especially when you're playing against West Africans. I still disagree. You can have a situation where, I'll give you an example. You can have tactical height. But anyway, it's halftime. Guys, remember, please feel free to request. We're going into halftime right now. So let me just get this right. My timer is here, and then we can look into this. And I can bring in some people to have a convo with me. Mina ngifuna abantu abazongilaga. Malume Khutso, if you are here to laugh, please. Okay, let's see who's here. Halftime, guys. Supersport United is leading Kaizer Chiefs 1-0. Let me see. Evan. Football predictions, leave me alone. Leave me alone, please. Okay, I'm going to start it up while I bring people in. Tyler, how are you doing? Welcome. Is Tyler with me? Okay, we'll come back to Tyler. Agent?
Can you pause me? Can you hear me?
Oh, wait.
Hello?
I think Tyler's back. Tyler, can you hear me?
Hi, OT, I'm good. How's it?
Hi,
You
man.
can't go to Sundowns people without starting with Kaizer Chiefs people. OT.
Yeah, you are quiet.
Sundowns.
You're quiet. But anyway, what did you think of that first half, Tyler?
As I indicated, OT, if you check my first comment, I said for us it's going to be tough today. It's either we're gonna draw or we're gonna come from behind. And you also made mention that there's no way they will want to lose today because they lost 4-0 the last game we played with them. And you can see tactically they've really studied us and how they've approached the game, and their back four is not moving. As a result, you find Sirino is being man-marked by Lenduka Umobi. Each and every movement Sirino is making is man-marked, but the person who's able to peel off Shabalala, they are unable to mark him. I think now we are seeing the Chief football is a bit predictable from my end, because when they build the first two defenders, Dortley and
Miguel.
Miguel, they stand in front of the next to the keeper, and then one player commit, and then they pump it up because the space is available for Shabalala or Shivaviro, and then they trying to find Dube on the left hand side. So it's a bit predictable for me. So they need to have a way, but I'm very impressed with the way they are pushing the ball, they're finding one another, and it shows maturity. We haven't seen Chiefs doing that in a long time. I think the goal, OT, first before the goal, the Castillo free kick thing is a penalty for me. It was a pure penalty. But the ball, if you check the two goals against Sundowns, how Sundowns scored against them, they have the same identical with this one. And this is what we've been crying about, where you get and Ulenduka, the coach Gavin Hunter studied that. If you push cross, you play the ball, area cross. Castillo is not tracking back to assist cross. Cross has to now go in and trying to defend, and now that scratches your defense. You see Dotley coming out of and that opens a space. Now Ulenduka, Miguel has to cover the Dotley position, and then Ulenduka on the left hand side to cover for Ulenduka.
For time's sake,
position.
I'm going to come back just for time's sake. Let me get everybody in. Agent, welcome to the show. We are losing 1-0. Well, we as in Chiefs are losing 1-0. How do you feel about that first half?
No man, evening intelligence. Tyler, you take me. I'll let my lieutenants come for you. Hey, you don't forget who I am. No man, but I think on a serious note, though, you know when I'm quiet, I don't do banter. So yeah, I'm not here for that. That will be good. So, I think let's get two things out of the way. I think yes, for me, I think it was a penalty for Castillo. Second, I think it was a clear onside goal. I don't think I have any quarrels with the goal. I think the guy was onside. Cool. Take that out of the way. I think they've been four things actually that have been a bit interesting about this performance. Firstly, let me start with Supersport. Hey, the name is too long for me. I'll call him Mamin Yang, just number 5. Yeah. But Mamin Yang and Mangiz.
Man. Hey.
Yeah, it's that one. Mamin Yang. That's Mamin Yang. The thing is, with Chiefs play, what they do is they build from the back, and then they look for the ball over the top for Ranga to chase, and win the first ball. Now, when Castillo was in, I know you guys are crying that Castillo is out, but I felt like Chiefs was going to be better without Castillo with Omar there, because Chiefs need to bypass the midfield. But you guys are trying to build through the midfield. I had a stat somewhere that Chiefs had the least number of passes in the previous games, combined. That is because you don't play through the middle. You bypass the midfield and look for that ball over the top. You build and look for that pass. Now today you change and you want to build through the middle. Now what is that due to? That might be a tactic, hence Castillo started maybe, but again another important factor is you have 3 twin towers at the back. You have Khoza, you have Akon, you have Maminian. Now when you want to build the ball over the top, for Ranga is matched by 3 towers. He's unlikely to win the ball. Hence, you see Chiefs trying to play through the middle, And unfortunately, I think the Duba boy has been over. I think you could use him because, in as much as they're tall, what it means they can't. They're slow on the foot, So you need nippy players, Shabalala, Duba, Serino. Those players are able to go through such tall players. And then the other factor, which is the last factor in this game, is Serino. We know without Serino, Chiefs is gone. Now, what is causing Serino's disappearance is a simple thing. We have a big game on Saturday. I think they've told him that don't get booked for this game, right? Because you get booked for this game, you're putting us in a tight spot to make you not play next game, because he has 2 cards He gets a card today. Next week, it means you have to skip the game so that he can play Sundowns. You know, because you can't risk to get a yellow card. By doing that to Sereno, you're taking out his worst but his best attribute, which is aggression, which is that you need that hunger in Sereno. So I think they've killed that fire, hence you see him not out. So yeah, I think
Okay.
those are my opinions. Yeah.
I'm gonna come back if there's time. Let me go to Vusi. Vusi, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hi, OT, man. I'm good in yourself, man, and the guys in the panel as well.
Angikho mnandi man Vusi. Very last minute. But anyway, how did you feel about the first half?
OT, first of all, let me not blame the referee. Yes, that was a penalty, but I'm not complaining about the ref. What I'm complaining about, the referee wants to make the game to be all about him. Like, there's something called advantage on the game. Like, you foul someone here, the same team still has the ball. Play advantage. Any foul here, he blows the whistle. He blows the whistle. It's a stop and go game. It's not enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's not a nice game to watch. And coming to our players, OT, let's give Samgelo and Dubai a rest. Let's give them a rest. I see we are under pressure, but now is the test of character. We remember with this coach, we haven't been a goal down or maybe 2-0 down. So we want to see how do we come back and win the game. It's a test of character. So what we need in the middle, I think we need someone to partner Marta. I'm happy Marta came in and he saw the game. It shows that he was watching what we were watching as well. Because when he came in, he tried to be effective. Whereas Castillo was there playing, but I didn't see the first 10, 20 minutes, I didn't see Castillo. But now, when Marty came in, he started to play all those passes. I think Samkelo is not confident about his passes. So let's give him a rest. So let's bring in maybe someone on the wing so that we can pull Sereno to be our number 10. Because that on the side is he's like Gavin had a plan for him. Remember, he spoke about him. He's got a plan for him, so he's not going anywhere. So when we bring him in as a number 10, he's free to move to anywhere. So we can use him and to utilize that space in front of Kachwa. Kachwa has got lots of mistakes. So if we can do that, I think we'll win the game. But I'm not worried, OT.
Okay.
We'll come back and win the game 3-1.
Okay. Let me go to Malumekuto. Your fellow your fellow king colleagues are being attacked here.
It's fine. Football is a game of opinions, as they say, and unfortunately, people have stronger opinions on referees. It happens. But before I continue, Mr. Otin, I have one request.
Okay.
Please say Shiro Samanyunyu.
Why was it? Why are we saying Shilo Samanyunyu?
That goal from Morris. Shiro Samanyunyu. Shiro Samababli. Shiro Samab. What a beautiful goal. What a beautiful goal. Mr. Oti, we have been speaking about those pockets on the wide flanks of Chiefs for the longest time now.
Yeah.
And if Sundowns has exploited that space, Supersport should have exploited. I said last week, if Supersport want to win, they should just go in behind that defense. And today they just did it, and it's a goal, just like that, Mr. Oti. Now, the penalty, I just want to see it again, because in the same breath, it also looked dangerous from Castillo. He won't start showing. If that guy does not lift his foot, he actually breaks that guy's leg. So I would love to see Uguti. How did he get to the ball? Very Castillo figure the ball in, but Ofige ganjani. Because I saw Ofige starts showing. When it starts showing, you don't have to connect with the opponent. It's dangerous play. Indirect free kick. Right then and there. So I would love to see a replay again to say, referee, what did you see? If you start Castillo starts, then you can't say it's a penalty. It's dangerous play. Simple. Beautiful goal from Morris. We want a repeat. He must show us that I see a chance. that he knows what he's doing. Give us another moment of pseudo Samanyunyu. Chiefs has never been behind. Besides against Mamelodi Sundowns, Chiefs is always connecting high on motivation. Let's see, Uti, can they dig themselves out of this one, Mr. Uti?
Okay. Austin Tabi, what's all Austin Tabi, man?
Dumelang Abdoti a ke tlo bua tse ngata ke pala maperene sentse matha ke kene sentse le hare but ha ke tse ke eng e lekang between Mdu today le Serino ka hona le motho a shota mono dibolo tsa Mdu hlile tsatsi le na di tsamaya hantle ho ya ho Serino wena btigutso ka selo sa manyonyo
Mara Austin Tabi.
ke sa manyonyo a se tla ka rona no lokile a ke so bone next Abdoti ke kena no jena sentse le hara mbetse
Ay, at least pilo e right. Pilo e right.
hape ma Chiefs a ska ba bitter because of Nabi Salah fitlile ntse re wina fela re so lose re tlamele re mo fe chance le yena ke motho a re lositse today ha una letho ke botlile Supersport last mona phone ena o re ka jwa today na pelo ka ke se re bohloko ke se be bohloko a go tsole ka nna la binaletsa diphala a re hantle
Okay,
tala le bitsetsa makezi kwana itlo le solve
uyabo ska batla mara Austin Tabi o batla balwane. Guys, Tyler, very quickly, one sentence. What do you think should happen in the second half? And what's your prediction?
I see us drawing this game OT or losing it. We're not gonna win it.
Marabo or me, I don't like ors, Maratela. Put your leg on the block.
It's a draw, OT. It's a draw. Because you just put in Lendoka. Well, it's just, why am I forgetting my players now? The player who runs fast.
To breathe.
To please and move Ulenduka or Serino to 10. To please will help you to assist you to cross whenever you have to defend. I think in that way we'll be able to win. Thanks.
Oh, Bafana head coach Hugo Bruce is watching the game all the way in Polokwane. Agent, very quickly, what should change in the second half and what's your prediction?
Yeah, actually, I forgot to mention one guy. Actually, Chiefs used to know that there's a market there in Zim. When you go to Zim, you get something. Buy one, get one free.
I get you blocked
there.
Groovy.
No, but Magezi has been very instrumental in this game. He has kept Okros very busy, and I don't know. I think he might have been the one that made the cross, but he's been providing the threat and the dangerous play and playing off the shoulder of Otesh, unlike what Uzuka Manje has been doing. So I think I'm very impressed with him quickly. But on Chiefs side, I don't know. I think maybe take out Ranga, because I don't think this is a Ranga game. Put you to Prince, because I think you're gonna need speed, you're gonna need nippy, you're gonna need short passes, intricate passes. And if ever there's a game that, and this is, I know you're gonna haunt me for this, but if ever there's a game that maybe I could allow Ishigel, it would be this game, because these guys are too big for you to break through them. You need to frustrate them, and the way to do them, kitchen, spite you, whatever you call it, they're very easy to do that, and this way you're gonna catch them off guard. So I think, hence, you bring him to Priest, Shabalala, Serino, they will link well with him there. Yeah. And then in terms of predictions, I wish this could happen every 2 weeks or every 45 minutes. No, no, can I send you the full clip though? Because I think when you look at it from the other side, it does look like a penalty.
Time.
Yeah, I hope 2-0, man, I would be happy. But I think
okay. Let me go to Busi. Very quickly, what should change, and then score prediction.
Quick one, OT. Let's take out one CDM. Let's play with one CDM, and then we bring on to Priz on the left. As Tyler said, We
Yeah.
bring on Patrice and we push Sirino to that number 10. I think the score will be 3-1. I'm not panicking, OT. I can see my team. Nabi's got a plan, 3-1.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Thank you, Vusi. I don't know if that is what's going to happen, but it's fine. Okay, look. Guys, if you can get to 25,000 likes, all of the people who are waiting to come in, you'll be able to come in and give me a minute of what you're thinking of. This is what I think. I've said for many weeks here that we have a front four and a back six. And our front four is covering for a lot of the sins of the back six. So our 2 central defensive midfielders and the 4 defenders. There's a lot of errors that happen in that part of the pitch. And all of these things are interlinked. I don't know how many times we've said this. Whether on the right or left-hand side, what tends to happen is that, or whether on the right or left-hand side, what tends to happen is your left back and your right back don't have support. What does that mean? That means that if there's an attack that's coming up the wing, your right back has to go and meet the danger. You can't let the danger run up the wing. So when they leave and they rightfully go and get that person who's running in or that person who's attacking, it destabilizes Miguel, Dudley, and Cross, for example, if it's on the right-hand side. So that means that they now have to shift into a 3 in the middle of an attack. And because the winger is late, the CDM is late, the center back is still trying to cover. There's a lot of chaos that happens. There's a space in between the 2 center backs when the people go wide. And then there's also, on the last pole, Frostler is usually late. I'm not going to lie. He's usually very late if it's coming up the right-hand side. And coming up the right-hand side or the left-hand side of Chiefs' defense, Frostler is usually very late. And then whoever's here is facing 2 players. So that is something that we need to fix. And we need to... And we need to speak about how our defense communicates, because we've been lucky enough in games that we've played teams that are not disciplined, that are not willing to sit back, that are not willing to go for a draw or a 1-0, and that gives our forward space. But if you look at right now, we just had an attack. Check out where Cross's positioning is, or they try to attack us. Check where Cross is and watch what happens to the defense. I've always said that you need one of your CDMs to either drop inside and libero. Thank you guys for the term there. Libero, so that you can stay at least with a 4. Your right back goes. You've got 2 center backs and one of the CDMs. Then you've still got a 4 when those guys are pulled out, or one of your wingers have to drop. Issue is when you look at Sirino, he's not defensively there. So Cross is doing 2 people's job. And if you notice, really, if you take note of these games, when Frostler looked really bad, who was playing on the right? So for me, what I would change, I don't know if Ranga is going to be good in this one. I think now they need to come closer and actually play the ball in order to unlock the defense. And I think they need some pace threat. So Ashley Dupreez, I would bring Ashley Dupreez to play 9. Simply to play directly off of the shoulders of Abo Tyson. And then what you do is you have Shabalala come closer to Sirino to try draw out the defenders. The name of the game for the second half has to be which defenders can you take out of position or can you drag with. For example, if you watched what Pirates did yesterday with Mahopa, Mahopa would drop in to almost the 10. And I guess they realized that I don't know what was Pirates playing. They realized that Amazulu was man-marking them. So when Mahopa came in, it meant that there were 3 defenders at the back, and Kota and Mufuke could come in like this. So either you play Dupreez and you play balls through, or you ask Ranga to drop back. I don't like Ranga dropping back, but I think we've just been exposed a little bit here by playing a team that's got structure. Okay. Oh yeah, and yeah, Zwane and Mart. I don't know about that. We need a 6, man. I really think you should try moving Miguel to 6 and playing Simango as the other centre back. Hey, look like a dive. Oh, Supersport are opening up. Supersport are opening up. What did I say about Supersport in the second half? Oh, you see, Dupree scores a goal there. Oh, he gets a chance. You never know with Dupree. Okay. Okay, Supersport is getting excited. Let's see. But so far, Mart is playing all right. It's not Mart. Mara, guys, what I said in the beginning of the half was the players are not bad. They're just asked to do different weird things. Like, for example, I don't think Zwane and Mart should be playing a double pivot, 2 6s. I think you need a 6. Mart in an 8 with a proper 6 would look incredible, I think. He's got, there we go, Ranga. He's got the engine, he runs, he can support. But I think the other reason is that we're doing this. And this also needs a lot of attention and it needs a lot of king focus. When your 2 CDMs are doing this, they have to be, they have to communicate on another level. Whereas if you have this, somebody who's here and somebody who's in front of him, now you always have somebody who's in front of the defense who can be cover. Hi, Lebs, Atamaya. Zwane is very slow, Shem, and Ngekalung, Makdalo, the Pirates. They said they don't need Bongani Zungu. Mtet was right there, guys. And I know we don't rate him anymore, but Mtet was right there, guys. And like at this point, you just need a body. Just need somebody who's just gonna stick. Just stay there. Single pivot, stay there. Don't play ball, don't go forward. Just sit in that role. Supersport will be beaten by naivety. They show too much of it. San says they're going to waste time now. Kagiso says today, what's wrong? Oh, no, there's nothing too much wrong. It's just that we can't get bailed out by our forwards today. There's no space. Supersport is not giving our forwards space. So our forwards need space to function. That's what they've been doing. That's how they take advantage of teams. The moment you start closing up the space or not allowing them to have room, then you're done. You've killed the attack. And the attack, like I said, covers for the sins of the defense. Dude's too far. Let me get back in the game. Exactly, open mind. That's exactly why I say I think they should just play a narrow two. Oh, Nkosi, I'm behind him again. Look at the center. Look at the center. Look at the center. Mara Dotley, you know what? Here's another issue. Dotley and Miguel, they love going into the midfield to go play midfield games. I don't understand why. And the defense I kulumi. You see where Cross is getting the ball? That's your left back. A cross came in. Luckily, it went too far and went to the top of the box. But if your left back, during a crossing situation, is getting the ball at the top of the box because they were standing away, who's meant to header the ball when balls are played in? Yellow card. See the tackle from Zwane similar to Castillo. I guess the argument for the penalty, Malume Kutso, is that it's in the studs were not studs. It was the studs became studs, but it was from a follow through of hitting the ball. So he tried to hit the ball. He hit the ball back through the legs, and his foot was just in the position of that to when he got kicked. So, Sereno off. Bradley Cross off. Vilakazi Blom. 4-2-1. I don't understand the change. Are we going to a 3? Or maybe he's saying that, Cross is tired anyway, so... Yeah, okay. Maybe adding an extra player in the midfield helps, I guess. I don't know. If Supersport times it, they can catch us on counter. We'll win, relax, says Untibox. Modise says we're not clicking. Tabang says one of the things I like about Ranga is he's not scared to shoot. But sometimes there's a open option or a different option. Modise says this is why we need a sitter. Fundo Vilakazi can change the game. Well, he's on right now. I'm a Chiefs fan, Ora. I'm a Chiefs fan. Modise says tactical flexibility. Tyler says we're saving them for the cup. Makes sense. Makes sense. But Kaizer says my coach is panicking. Yeah, or my coach.
Bathi nukusheka ngesulu nje.
Oh, kakase.
Wakakasela, wakakasela. Why you kakaseling, my brother? Relax, go.
Relax, go, two man. Yeah, probably rest for the Sundowns game. Okay, I guess they keep on surprising. Obi and Blom will win this one. I feel it. Worst decision ever, Coach Mara. Modi and Dupreez should come in. I'll start shaking 70th minute. That's when I'll start shaking. But I won't be shaking from being scared. It will be shaking from frustration. Because, hey, Gavin really wants to. You can park a bus, eh? We'll win this game, says Fifi Cooper. We need to praise for Duba. Locoman says Chiefs is as good as finished without Sereno. T says there's still a midweek game before the weekend match. Oh, Priskiberia, I'm not. So Navi doesn't trust Happy on left back, so I like it. He's the left wing, left mid. Happy hasn't been trusted since that red card that he got in the final of the Champions League. Ever since that game, I can say what happened, but ever since that game, Hashem. Navi is showing his plumberness. Dubaya Sab are faking injuries here. They need to put Dupree's motorbike. Ora says Pirates was also struggling to finish Supersport-ish, so they're going to park the bus. Trust. At least Pirates scored early. Look, I guess I understand then maybe going to a back three if you're not expecting Supersport to attack you. So the expectations would have to be that the Supersport is going to sit back and park a pass. Problem is, it takes one counter, and see, it all falls apart. I'm a Paris fan, but today I'm here to support Supersport. Hey, Mara, friends of Supersport. Mara, goodness. Why? Guys, can you please answer me this? Why don't you want us to have nice things as Chiefs fans? You know how long we've been suffering with no trophies? You can't even let us get a back-to-back win over Supersport in peace. You have to go and support the other team. Why ninga minyelani between you guys? Why ni minyela tina? Guys. We're trying to find some happiness, man, after 9 years. Hey, how many times have I been here screaming and shouting here? Man, how? Why them khopolo? They must sell alone not happy. Now I've been saying, Umfundo likes playing high balls. Angazi, that's my view. So says Upiksana. T-Box says, Manje, utasenze niwe parapag. Minangsi parapag. Am I parapag? I'm not a parapag, guys. A lose for Chiefs will cause a panic in midfield in midweek. Counter. 20% says support wants revenge. We need to score. Mara Petimet. You know what? I'm happy, but I'm happy for Chiefs. We'll call my Chiefs fans talk too much. I'm also supporting Supersport, but I'm Prisky. Levona. Now I hope we score and win. I hope we score and win. I'm Fundo. Nice play, but that's not it. Oh, Castillo would have been so good for this time of the game. Shalom across. Because Chiefs fans after one win, they think they're going to be prime Barcelona. Sorry, guys. My timer stopped in J. My timer stopped in J. Apologies. Okay. I'm still doing my maths here. You know what? It's fine. I'll tell you the time. Don't worry. I'll tell you the time. My timer decided to not time, but it's fine. No. I'm not going to be here for the Barca and Real Madrid game. They said we're talking too much, but look at them. They're busy talking. Says T-Box. Here's the Leko. Lungasabi says Sands. Relay is greater than Villa. But Relay's had more time, hasn't he? Oh, Supersport 1-3. Okay. Supersport only one shot on target. Tabang says, I think Ngobo would have also been good for this situation. Can I be honest? This is Yeah, Pule for the counter. Pule for the counter. Pule for the counter. I think it's about pressure now. If you want to win this game, it has to be the kitchen sink. You're not going to win it straight. Yeah, Pule for the counter. I think they're bringing in Pule to hit us with the counters, eh? But you'll never score today. But I'm Frisky. What's this energy that you're coming with? We're winning games, we're seeing tactics. You guys just, Yazi, we're not competing with the guys for anything. We went in the MTN 8. We'll see Culling knockout what happens, Mara. Yazi, we're sitting king number 7. We're living our quiet lives. There we go. We're living our quiet lives. Oh, what a bad shot by Zwane, man. And Nina, you just have to find happiness in our tears. What I know is that we're not losing this game. Here's the question I have. At the beginning of the season, I'm one of the people that brought up that Chiefs was a 25-minute team. So they'd come out and they'd blow you away in the first 25 minutes. And it's almost like they'd use all of their energy in that first 25 minutes. Then for the rest of the game, we no longer see them. They're tired. Abo Cross were dead tired. I think that's also why they took him out. I don't think Cross is a 90-minute player for all the work that he's doing here. But anyway, we were doing that. Then in the past few games, we've sort of calmed down and said that, no, we're going to conserve energy. Do you think that starting fast would have helped us in this game? Duba off, Dupree's coming on. Or having that Chiefs attack from the beginning of the season where they hit you quite early. Do you think that there would be something? Foster's on left back, so Blom is back to right back. Hey Tabang, I don't understand that change. No, says Box. Y'all still won Madrid. Yeah, we still won Madrid. Bayern, Man City. Who's the top team in Japan? Nabo. Morris. Oh, Morris. You know he was doing this in the first game too. I think he hit one off of the post from one of these headers. Come closer together. Come closer together. Don't run on the defensive. Like, this is where I wish we had a Tito. I know people don't like Tito saying that he does too much, but he controls the tempo of the game. I think we need somebody who can just calm everybody down. 355 passes from Chiefs, 237 from Supersport. That's a long night now. Yeah? Cut back! Cut it back! No, don't get on your knees. Come on, who's on the knees? Don't get on your knees. You're still... Kabalala. Hi, man. Yo, that karate kick. Shouldn't the ref say something there, Malume Kutso? Corner kick to Kaizer Chiefs. Oh, Kana crosses out. We're looking at Chiva only here. Cross Chiva Castillo. Kari corner. That's what I'm waiting for. Okay, let's see. Pirates was a joke when Makesi won against Pirates. But you guys have won 5 trophies in two and a quarter seasons. Segeleni Priski. How now win another trophy. Asna next. This is our joy. This is our joy. Mliloma Pepper, Lona SSU. Maleven says Man City will cook you. T-Box says even German national team. They were ready, says T-Box. Ninga pay more. And Tami says Batuba. Ow. We are paying much. Hey, man, Lulu. No mas not Liwa, it's fine. Fundo can be your Tito. Not yet. That Tito role is a very experienced role. You don't just wake up and do the Tito role. Tito won't be Pirates like this. Did our players watch ball, Kaká, Messi, and Ronaldo for entertainment, or they learned a few things? You can watch them as much as you like, but if you're not those players, what do you do then? Kosimpile Ngobo can be our Tito today. I don't think he's there. I don't think he's in the team. Ulukwan is burning. You must get your own Tito Mfukeng and Kota. Says goodness. Koro Zokala still celebrating the Kufa Cup since TKZ. You're panicking, Tyler. Why are you panicking, Tyler? Anything can happen. We just need to keep attacking. Real Madrid can be 20%. Leave us alone, man. Aswun Tito Tina. Aswasayna Mapire. Free kick, Supersport. Can they do something from set plays? We know they're strong there. Yo. Undo bundled off the ball there. Shot. Take it. Shoot it. How? If you want to score, shoot it. Hey. Look at where Ranga is. Ranga's left back. Ranga's left back playing long ball. Oh, wait. It's fallen apart, eh? It's fallen apart. Is Ranga playing winger? Why is he lining up on the left? Oh, yo. Oh, left forward. That's why. That's why you don't need Ranga there. He works hard, but these games are important, especially for discipline. You have to be able to at least keep that tactical discipline, even when you're 1-0 down and you're chasing a game. You don't want to see players running around all over the place for no reason at all. Okay, let's see. Is he in the team? Oh, actually, that was the mistake. On the Chiefs starting lineup thing, that said Modi twice. So if Ngobo's in, it could work, maybe. I just don't know what we're trying to do right now. A lot of white play. I don't understand why, but it's a lot of white play. We need to move the team. We need to move the play a lot faster than what we're doing it now if we want to score here, because Supersport is just going to sit back. Oh, I'm hanger. Oh, I was going to say, Morris has something against Chiefs, man. Why is he playing this hard? Morris reminds me of Victor Litswalo. How Victor Litswalo used to play against Chiefs. Okay, let me open up. We are at 25K, as I promised. Let me open up. Everybody, guys, is going to get a minute just to say their piece of what they're seeing here. We've got 18 minutes left of the game. Supersport is leading Kaizer Chiefs 1-0. If he had scored that goal, Hashem, I would have switched off this live. I would have switched off this live and went to bed. Yeah, in T-Box. See my lapo. Muta lapo ngoba bazongibhena.
Okay, manang isela.
Please kancane.
Yeah, sengivalile.
Danko T-Box. Kenzakalani man? Kenzakalani? Siyawina i-Chiefs.
Yeah, we will win, yeah. Kodwa it seems like sizodlala i-draw. Because abadlali bethu namhlanje they are 2 down. Abanayo nje lokhuzana nje effort yokuhlasela kakhulu.
Yeah.
So mhlambe i-game planning ka coach, because you know ukuthi sine game enkulu ezayo yabo. So vele mhlambe ama-man game akhe na ukuthi like i-Sundowns I confuse. Because ubona mengabe yonke ama-game ezowadlala ene-same level, so kulula ukuthi team i-restructure sakho nendlela odlala ngayo.
Yeah.
So asithembe ukuthi mhlambe naye udlala i-man game against ilokhuzana i-Sundowns, but yeah, umdlalo namhlanje baphansi kakhulu, especially ufana lo uzwane aka-attack inhlobo aka-attack, and he's very slow. Amaphasi akhe yena mahle, but sometimes delay too much. Uthola ukuthi ugcina kuyena ibhola belithatha kuyena, or else iphasi uyinikeza umuntu vele osevalelekile because game yakhe iphansi kakhulu.
Yeah.
So ngokade ngilinganisa yabo like ama-team afana no-Pirates ahleze attacker, asemdingi umuntu odlalisa kwakhe, especially endaweni ey'ngozi kanje center, because i-Pirates iyashesha.
Manje ngitshele, if wonke ama-team esowadlala bathi low block, are we going to see this every game?
Yeah. Kona they
Wonke ama-team 20% muta more.
Yeah, ngoba ngisho ukuthi igame yabo is 2 down yabo. So kona kufanele bathunyuse ipace yabo, and lapha yaphambili vela saka bright phambili yabo. Hleze ngikhala ukuthi ayiphambili sustained striker, because mina ngaze ngasuggest ukuthi if iKaizer inga approach ilo iPirates basinikeze le pass is a good striker yabo. So i-Chiefs nje manje indlela edlala ngayo isidinga umuntu oshayela amagoli kuphela, because now i-Chiefs iyakhona ucontrol igame, iyakhona ukuphasa ibhola, lento ekade singakwazi ukuyenza kula masizini ambalwa adlule. So njengamanje sidinga umuntu nje ozoba i-target man, nomuntu o-showcase, ngoba phela ule pasa it's much better than lo mbheme esinayo lo Vert wasting too much chances and then score one bese senzela umsangane emva lapho esidelela yabo. Kodwa egcineni nawe akanyusi futhi ngoba namhlanje nje wasibona striker buyigame yophela akaze athathe even one shot as a striker yabo. So yeah, I think nje namhlanje igame yabo bewukuthi mhlambe badlala i-holding game, and then mhlambe basebenzise lawo ma-chances lawo ama counter attack, and kubuye ngathi nayo Supersport i-well organized lapha emumva, ayisuki isinome kanjani because bagade zona lento efana lezo. So iyona into ezosilidela mhlambe egcineni siwuluza lo mdlalo ngaleli goli elikhona, or else ke meke siba nenhlanhla sithola ithuba sikwazi ukuthi equalize, but ama-chances okuwina le game.
Voice cut, think for good sports. Bo, welcome to the show. How are you?
Sure, Mr. OT.
Oh, 1-0 man. 1-0, 77 minutes. Hey.
Last week ngithi mina uShivaro laphana ngathi siphethe uNkatha ungihlekile OT. Ngathi sivuse umunye uKingston Katha. Yazi iqiniso selilonke nje uNabi need to believe kuBlom.
Yeah.
Unabi need to believe kuBlom so that uMarta abonakala na ukuthi umsebenzi wakhe awukho because uMarta is not helping us and the whole season is not going to help us until unaba believe kuBlom. Then that's where we can play. Look at the Blom sitangenile into ayenza mara from right back. Then if we can fix indaba yokuthi sithole isenza nguzwile makhuluma ngesenza like isenza proper solid. And then from lapho sithole striker kune umthetho ophumayo manje ukhuluma ngolipasa naye ngiyamvumela still. Maybe if we can get someone like Lipasa or someone who's promising than Ushivar. From this ngakhona ukudlala mfethu.
Manje ngitshele. It seems like iSupersport isibonile ukuthi if you try and go toe to toe ne Chiefs yilaba kubamba khona. Is this now a tactic for all of the teams esodlala nabo?
Yinto abasibamba ngayo abantu as long as stop uSerena stop uShabalala uqedile ngathi. So you know ukuthi striker uShivaro angazala na 10 games angascoranga, I wouldn't be surprised. So if stop uSerena ngakor was stop uShabalala uthanga shoot ayikho enye into esizoyenza.
Yeah.
Same thing and then uvilakazi naye kumele manje aqala amanye amagame awaqale from scratch so that he get the momentum like abomfuking other players intwana njengayo. Lento ukuthi njalo angene ngalast 20 minutes yamdinga manje uvilakazi. But kakhulu mina Mr. Othi ngikhalela ulento lo uBlom coach need to believe on Blom mfethu.
Okay. Mara uBlom akekho fit man. Mina ngibona ngathi khona ama player la that can't play 90 minutes. uCross, uBlom abekho fit la bantu.
uCross naye ngisho last week uCross ayekho mnandi uCross usazombona ama passing wakhe yazi ma left back ungakhona uqala ama move ama-tackle wakhe amanye uyamisa uCross naye ayekho mnandi ku defense yethu abantu abamnandi bayi2 Frosla no Dotsi into edlala ngo left center back ila abantu abamnandi phela then uCross no Bafo lo uMegwila labo basazo exposeka lapho.
No sport. Yeah.
But all in all yazi uzongikhumbula abantu uBlom once abambi form bamnikeza center uzokwenza umehluko omkhulu uBlom. Even igame yeSundowns next week I wish bamnikeze mfethu.
Okay, sport for isikhathi let me bring in 20%. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good, thanks, and you, sir?
I'm good. 20%. What are you seeing from this game?
Chiefs is too relaxed from my own opinion. Like, people, stop saying, I understand Chiefs is winning, but you don't have to put in the pressure. You don't have to give them pressure, man. Chiefs is a team that doesn't need pressure.
Yeah.
You guys are busy making fun of us. Yeah, we lost to my girls. Marawa number 1 in the league.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm supporting it today. We don't have to give it that much pressure. Like.
So what do you see happening here? Well, what do you think is going to happen in this game? Do you think it's going to end 1-0?
Yeah, from my opinion, it's going to end 1-0. Chiefs are trying, though. Like, they just need... I understand what they were saying. They just need a proper striker. But we're not saying you must take Lipasa.
Wait, tell me, is that a tax jersey in your profile pic?
Yes, it is.
You play for tax?
Yes.
No, I forgive you for being a Pirates fan. It's okay. I can forgive tax fans. It's fine. Tax players. It's okay. For time. Let me go to Agent. Agent, 1-0. How's this game going to end?
Yeah, no. Interesting tactics by the coaches.
I don't know what's happening here.
Interesting tactics. Let me start by Coach Gavin. This is Gavin that we know.
Yes.
Stay back, sit back, pack the wheel, move whatever. Yes. When you try and be fancy, hey, my guy, just accept that we are the end of social.
Hey, Nabi.
Change.
Oh.
So the thing is, let me start by like I said, by tactics. Beat him, Nabi. Beat him.
Hey,
but anyways,
Nabi.
the thing is, kancane uyavela le no yeah. But anyway, I'm being distracted. Back to the game. I think I wonder what once you start bringing these cheese boys, who knows? Because there's kids here, who knows Johannesburg butcheries? You're not gonna get the same performance. The moment the Zimbabwean went off, you see that hairstyle. That's what I call hunger hairstyle. You see that hairstyle? It's called hunger hairstyle. The moment you remove that guy, that team no longer had a threat. Matthews, is it Matthews? No, I'm thinking of it's not Matthews. It's
Morris.
Just something. I'm forgetting it.
Morris.
Yes. He stopped being dangerous. Pule came in, hasn't impacted the game. We've seen Pule coming in, and his study has not been impacting the game. So why are you taking the young boy out? He's been the one there who's been able to have a threat. Now you're sitting back, inviting pressure. Sure, you have the tall guys to deal with it, but who would you blame if Chiefs score? Because truly speaking, you have to have a threat. And as much as you're defending, have a threat. That's my problem with what Coach Gavin did. Now, sometimes, like Pitso once said, who chooses man of the matches? I wonder. I know people are going to choose Teshrik Morris, but my man of the matches, Maminian. No, it's Maminian. No, man. Like, I don't know if people are seeing that he's the difference between this Supersport and other Supersport. There's other tactics, but I see it.
Yeah.
He's stopping Chiefs from building from the middle. He's stopping those long balls. And when it comes to defending, he joins and makes a big three with Oshatswayo and what is the other guy's name? They make a big three, and those are tall defenders. Ocon, yes. They become tall defenders. There's nothing you can do with crosses in that. Hence, Chiefs, are dangerous with crosses, but here they're not dangerous because of those three guys. So for me, he's my man of the match. I thought when you got a yellow card, he's gonna maybe panic and maybe start getting off challenges, but he's still pushing. So I know the penalty. They're gonna choose Matthews because he scores, not Matthews, Morris because he scored. But for me, it is this guy. With Chiefs, sure. I mean, you take out Sereno. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm an old dinosaur. Also, I believe players like Sereno, even if they're not in the game, Asham, you're able to just leave them there because they have that one moment of magic out of nowhere. So I don't know. I would have taken out Zwane though, but because I felt like Zwane is also equally not in the game. So yeah. And lastly, in the last 5 minutes, it will be very interesting. Is Inacio gonna get a yellow card? That's the main question. He needs to get a yellow card today. Because I see coach on Wednesday. If he gets a yellow card today, he misses the game on Wednesday.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get a yellow card today, you have to make a choice as a ref. I mean, as a coach next week.
Miguel.
Are you playing him?
Yeah.
Or you are defending him? So if you play him during the week, it means he's gonna probably what is it called? He's gonna probably get a yellow card and get suspended because he averages a yellow card every game. So he needs to get a yellow card in this game. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at for the last 5 minutes. I don't want to see who's gonna score, who's gonna concede. Just that yellow card, and that's my next place. Yeah, cheers. See you after at the end of the game.
Thank you, agent. Okay, guys. Before I go to Chero, Miguel is too active, man. Miguel is too active. He's too active, man. Why are you both running towards the ball that Dotley has covered, knowing that there's a run happening right next to you? Chero, Chiefs losing 1-0. How do you feel about this game?
How are you, my brother?
Hey, I'm not fine, but it's okay.
I can see. Yeah, I know, but sometimes you have to accept. The Chiefs is still building, you guys overhyped your team too early. Because you see, this type of games, you win the league by this type of games where you don't play well, but you manage to win. Like what Sundowns did during the week. everyone was saying, they didn't play well, but bottom line, they won. Same as Pirates yesterday. So, and another point I'm seeing here is, hey, you don't have a bench here.
Yeah.
You don't have people who come in and change the game, you rely on scoring early and then maintaining the game. But when it comes to having people coming from the bench and influencing the game, at the moment you don't have. Yeah. So I'm not surprised with this result, and we're gonna see a lot of this. Not a lot. We're gonna see quite a few because Nabi is doing well. We must speak the truth. But these results, we're gonna see a couple of them this season.
Okay.
And I was impressed by Undlov. Undlov is playing well, playing in a different position because normally he sits, but today he was doing very well there. And so yeah, Supersport is playing well, and for me, they deserve to win.
Okay. No, Jero, thank you so much. Put Vilakazi with a shot there, saved by the goalkeeper. I think, man, lento ukuthi is pass nje. Like, I need some direct play. Oh, just over. Let me go to Soweto Chen. Soweto Chen, Salam, welcome to the show. How are you? Marawa, you always sound far away. Even now, you sound far away.
Let me put in my earphones and let's see what.
Okay, let me go to Lebza, then I'll come back. Lebza.
My good say, how are you?
I'm frustrated, not necessarily by the score, but I'm frustrated by something. But anyway,
understandably so. I think Coach Mangoba gave Chiefs way too much confidence when he took out Ribeiro and Zwane in that other game, and people thought, hey, abuyila makhosi, barabanyaka Man City, they said they're going to embarrass us on Saturday. Now they're getting humiliated by a team that they beat 4-0 not so long ago.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's fine. I wanted to say this young boy, man, hey, Vilakazi, he comes on and Chiefs just changes completely.
Yeah.
I feel like if he had a Sereno in there, it would have been a completely different game towards the end. Yeah.
Did we give up too early? Did we give up too early, a change a bit too early in terms of maybe blinking too fast?
I don't know. Thing is, the only thing I'm faulting the coach for here is that substitution of Sereno. He's that player who can bring the magic, and especially considering how well he plays with these youngsters, Chabalala and Vilakazi, I feel like something was going to happen there, and they were going to be able to pull some magic. But either way, some of us are not complaining because we are not the ones losing. We would have loved to see what they can pull off with the quality players on the pitch, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be. So today we'll be sad that we didn't see that quality, but we'll laugh at the fact that they said Saturday they're going to humiliate us, but already the humiliation has started.
Okay, Lebza, let me go to Soweto Chat. Soweto Chat, are you with me again? Let's see if it's a little bit better. That's better.
That's better. Okay, I think these earphones have a better microphone than the phone.
Yeah.
So OT, laba bathi bazosibona Saturday asibayeke sohlangana kahle. Angithi bacabanga ukuthi bazosishaya.
Lulu mute. Yeah.
Sivale umlomo and then Saturday izofika sohlambalaza abantu kulelo la.
Yeah.
But vandaag man, I think we were playing the right football but with wrong players. Yeah, OT. Because we are trying a combination. Yeah, and starting lineup, for me, they were supposed to play it direct football. Because if you check, ama game eske sawadlala, ama goal eske sawakora. it wasn't more than 5 passes.
Yeah.
Sometimes there were 2 passes. OT just put 2 pass. Iye phambili ifike goal, yabo. 4
Yeah.
passes, goal, yabo. But today we are trying to combine and too many passes and yabona we are trying to go straight esiphakathini. Well siyabona ukuthi iSupersport ivalile, yabo. Mekumele benzeni badlale emasayidini kuma-winger and try to get i-ball inside the 18 area for Chivaviro noma Usirino in the first half, yabo. So yeah, that's my take on that one. And then I remember last week I spoke about discipline ama-defend. Namhlanje hayi.
Yeah.
Bangidisappointile Vandag because lela goal mengamelanga nje abe free umjita lo kunjubani igama.
Umaurice.
I'm not good at names. Umaurice bengamelanga nje because ubonile lo muntu lo othola ibhola kamnandi kanjani uyalitrepa kamnandi uyashaya kamnandi akunamuntu othi bangidisappointile and I think akusudodli man uMikel angazi ukuthi waya all over namhlanje usikhabathile big time. But yeah, nonetheless I think they were supposed to be direct as usual. We are not ready to play combination. I know ukuthi hype ingaphezulu but yeah, we are just not ready to play combination.
Okay.
But if megadlala bo Dupris yabona igame isaqala Sirino mhlambe nomfundo vilakazi then yeah mebangadlala ke mebangayizama kodwa hayi ngabo Mathi nabo Castillo OT nabo Zwane no we don't work.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just me.
Let me go to Lulu. Welcome to the show. Hey. Evan. Lulu. Oh, there we go.
I'm here. Yo, I'm very hurt, Mr. OT. To be honest, it was not a bad game for us. I think the final passes really let us down today. I can really say so, but I'm hurt, yo. I was expecting a lot. I thought we were gonna win this game, but what went wrong? The goal.
Yeah.
That was a stupid goal anyway.
Mara, isn't that what our defense has been doing, Mara?
I mean, Mr. Oti, what can we do? What can we say? Let's just accept the defeat and move on.
We must just beat Makisi, man.
We can only build from we can only build from this, and then I hope we learn our lesson. We can only move forward from this.
Okay.
But I'm ahead. I don't know now. It's gonna be a long weekend.
Hey.
And it's gonna be a long week next week, eh?
Hey, okay, I know. Let me bring it to Tebza. Hey, Tebza, can you wrap up this game? She's crestfallen. Yeah, that's all of the English words, man.
Shoti.
What's happening, Tebza? Welcome.
Yeah. Ay man, rena makosi a nete re itseng le kosi a re kwate man. Ra itse re mo processing. Trust the process. We've been that other side. Go London. We know we've learned to trust the process. We've been through the trenches. We know.
Yeah.
So, whenever no, we just have to be patient. Enjoy the improvement of the team. So we are seeing the improvement. It's just that I don't know why our coach doesn't play Sirino as a 10. I've been saying this all along. Just try him as a 10. Okay, you can put him wide, and then if it doesn't work, doesn't mean you should take him out direct or like just do a tactical switch. Take Ushaba Gamu winging and then bring in Obargama Sirino Motening and see how it works out. Just confuse people. Let them rotate. If all of them Mutwele Munga a kry free roll a ire ntho e nyakang a ye kwa nyakang wa tlhaloganya because I believe gore Serino if he's given that free roll gore a ire ntho e nyakang a ye kwa nyakang he's going to be unplayable wa tlhaloganya because now he's going to bargain to pull other players out of positions because of his brilliant play. But then otherwise, I think re get sharp goal la ke goal le ngore e tla lokisiwa go training wa blame wa tla blameiwa mola wa itse go training kwa lo tla khalimiwa tla fiwa backlash nyana enyana or normal concentration. Otherwise, let's carry on, guys.
Okay.
And then another thing, one last thing, HOT. Our combination play go in the final third. We have to be more patient when it comes to the final third, and try to get an understanding amongst ourselves. So we have to get to know each other, the likes of Ranga, Serino, and Boduba, Levo Mfundo, because it's not, they are not in sync. You can see the passes.
Guys, please mute,
and you can see what. Yeah, you can see what the player that was passing the ball, the player that was playing the ball. You can see what was he trying to do, but then the runners were not in sync with the player that had the ball.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, guys, I'm not gonna stay long. I'm not gonna stay long, so I'm gonna ask everybody to just give me a very quick minute. We're going to break down the game properly on Monday, as we do on the Monday show at 7 p.m. So please, guys, just for time's sake, let me go to Indy. Indy, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Indy, you've got a minute. What's happening here?
I don't want to stay too long, you know. I just want to tell you something. You know what the problem is? The Chiefs hasn't changed, right? It's just that the fans are too loud.
Yeah.
You know, one good performance or a half good performance, then the noise, you see, and then they end up thinking that they are making this noise because the team is doing well. Chiefs is just starting to get better, you understand? So you can't be surprised that they lost against Supersport. This is the same thing that is still going to happen. When they play against Sundowns, they're still going to lose. People must be realistic and just support the coach and the players, you understand? They are not there. They are not there. They are not, they can't even win the league. They can't even win the culling. But we know the noise. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry for those who put the money on them. They will be losing their breath tonight. Bye.
I know. Bye. Guys, it's like you guys are like, you guys are lucky. You guys are lucky because I even jumped out of Paris one first minute, but it's fine. I'm gonna give everybody a minute. Prosipo. Okay, let's go to Prati. Prasipo. What's alarm, Prasipo? You've got one minute.
Phone e batla ke ntsha sepiri gore ke rekile phone e ntšha so wa itse ke ya ntshokodisa but I was speaking with people at work that I don't think Supersport will allow to lose so many games in a row.
Yeah.
And if you saw Gavin Hunt's approach today, Pule started outside. It immediately tell you that he was defending. Even towards the last minute, he put on Sanoka just to shut the back door. So I don't think maybe Chiefs could have got at least a draw, but it's unfortunate. Gavin Hunt was not looking to lose this game because he lost. He hasn't won this season. If you check Supersport record, so the pressure was coming into him because remember the last 3 games he tried to play an attacking football. If you remember when they lost to Chiefs 4-0, first half they were attacking. He started with an attacking option. Unfortunately, he lost, and then he lost again against Pirates on Tuesday. So he thought, this week, this coming game, I'm going to play a defensive football. And I told them that, guys, you know, as much as I'm a parent supporter, I don't think Supersport will want to lose. They rather get a draw.
Yeah.
Because they've been losing a lot, and Gavin Hunt now is going to get under pressure and all these things. But we have to be honest, OT as a parent supporter. Kaizer Chiefs this season is playing compared to the last seasons and what we were seeing all along. Chiefs is playing.
For time, Prasipo. Hey.
Thank you.
I will see you on Monday. Let me go to Prati. Prati, go 5 minutes, man. Umplele Prati uruetsala.
Brady, shame phonyogile matsohong bra oti.
Yeah.
Phonyogile matsohong. Ya re ba itumetse ya Sundowns le ma Pirates. Ango go pa ontele ma Pirates ore ba focus go team ya. It's not like ba win league or stuff. Sundowns e tlo win a league. Ba bolelele jalo gore Sundowns e tlo win a league ba iketse. Re marathon ba santana ba tlo go sokola go CAF. Bra oti re latlhegetswe but re zamile I think first half the combination is like ne sa kopana like I ke ka bana ante or confused o bua nnete cause o tla change scheme ya change le mole le mole ha tla ya ka malo ba nna re expectile o tla tla ka bone ba le ba malo ba mare wa bona gore change le go di goal chip ngo change le goal chip ke e kentse star ka rona mare go siame ra le bo habra oti ra le bo re tla bona pele mare ke itumetse ntwe ke itumelang teng go Chiefs ke gore fighting spirit e gone ke mare ke a thabela bra oti.
Okay, Prati. Let me go to CJ. CJ, you've got a minute. What's happening?
Hey, my man, I just arrived and I just looked at the score line and I'm like, you know what? Let me just come and say to agent, Malome Coats, okay, here I am, Gidlane, I'm here. Chow me, I'm here. I'm here. I just came to say I'm here. I know they're going to say, hey, I ran away when Chiefs lose, but I'm here. I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
Let me give you your first punisher. Malome Kutso.
Alala.
Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, why got you? Some people want win, some just want Chiefs to lose. Cause everything ain't nothing if I ain't got you.
When Malome Kutso hakene ka kuicho or one of the songs you just know. Hey,
Mr. OG, it's a nice Saturday evening. Harirasi bachbachotsi. Rinwa mabotlolo. Haona ngishaye. Come on. Because when Chiefs wins, people beat each other up in the streets. You understand, Mr. OT. Today, keep peace and silence. R&B, Mr. OT. Thank you, Gavin Hunt, Mr. OT. We are nicely cruising. And in Spanish terms, Sinje, tranquilo. Relax, my friend.
Hey. Hey, it's fine. Let me go to Osu Tabi Kawari. Hey, Barra, guys. Osu Tabi.
Don't know it. Come on, ya offer mapagania le ma Sundowns. Rona re le ma Chiefs next I expect gore re tla motla twice gavin because una ke ba idumella ntweno. Butle le jwetse re happy. Ha re na taba gore re lositse one. Le bone 1-0 nyana yeo ya high Gavin Hunt we celebrate le ka go win ka 7 goals o tlile Chiefs. It's like when ntwe nngwe so ka ngebona. So re go pale re tlwelleng. A o se nthabu sharp. Ha ke botlhoko today guys. I'm happy bila ke tloja. Ha ntla ke kwatile a keje.
Yeah. Hey, okay, Tami. Agent, please finish it off for me for tonight.
Yay. Supersport a se le nyalo man. Ha jwe gabedi, ga jwe ko monna le ko mosading. CJ, what did you say? We should chew you, after Supersport towed you, I told you about the economy, that the biggest problems to the economy and to the municipal is Chiefs, because when they lose, kids fight, kids are beaten, parents quarrel, home affairs, is in trouble, divorce officers are in trouble, counselings, everything is going down. So don't tell us about wastage of the economy at Sundowns. You are happy 57. We win or we lose, the economy is not affected. You guys are the ones that bring down the economy. But anyways, enough about the economic lesson. All I wanted to say was the game went exactly as I thought. And surprise, Inasho got a yellow card. What a surprise.
Yeah.
What a surprise. What a lovely surprise. But again, I wonder who the man of the match is. For me, Maminian was the man of the match. I really want to see who's the man of the match, who they give it to. Because they quickly switched off to the Arrows game. But otherwise, surprisingly enough, those 4 goals, one of them could have been useful to the side, but anyways, you're not there. And check the log, guys. Kaizer Chiefs is where it belongs.
What's a log?
Outside top 8.
What's a
That's
log?
where they belong.
What's a log?
Give them Man City. Give them Real Madrid.
Arriba! Hey. Yeah, he calls Busong Bangosum. He calls him Maminian because the name is too. Okay, guys, look. I'm gonna close now. I need to record my thing, Pelatina. We are fighting both TV, so I need to go record my reaction. Okay, look. For me, here's the thing. I think Gavin Hunt is not gonna lose 4 games in a row. He's not gonna lose versus the team that played him a week ago. That's not gonna happen. Number 1. Number 2, like I always say here, I think our attack has always covered our defense. And I've asked the question before that if the attack doesn't come to the party, we're going to start seeing some of the problems with the defense. I know it's 1 goal, but too many times we were maybe caught out, and Supersport went back to playing the game that they normally play. I think the Chiefs enjoys open games. They enjoy teams that push up. They enjoy teams that play, because that is how you get the spaces to the back. I even believe that if Supersport didn't get that goal towards the end of the halftime, they would have come out and maybe played a similar game to what they played to Sundowns in the second half, and maybe you have seen our attackers. Now, this highlights a couple of things. Number 1, the defense is an issue. They're not communicating. The positioning of the defense is all wrong, and the 2-6s and that whole setup, we've been speaking about it for a very long time. You're going to get caught out at some point. If you push your right back and your left back too far every single time, the spaces that are opened up will be taken advantage of. And when you play a game versus the Sundowns, you know that Reynolds and Matthews, if they play that game, are going to be willing to exploit that space, right? Miguel, yellow card waiting to happen, but he needed a yellow card this game so that he only misses the Makesi game, and then he doesn't miss Sundowns. If he were to get a yellow card in the next game, he was going to miss out on Sundowns, so I guess he had to go and do what he needed to do. We're going to have to find a plan B, because I think teams are going to learn that Chiefs need space and Chiefs needs transition. So if you sit back, you're done. I said it after halftime that Gavin Hunter scored 1. He's going to kwala mimati. He's going to close every door. Kwala gate. Akieka patla. Akieka dikaloko. Akieka tsotsotlentsotsena. Because why? He understands. This is the Gavin we know. This Gavin that has been playing and losing 4 games is not the Gavin we know. But anyway, yeah, it was bound to happen at some point. I think now maybe you do need a proper wake-up call to go and change some of the problems that are wrong, especially that defense. But in any case, guys, we're going to break it down properly on Monday. We're going to look at Pirates' game yesterday, Chiefs' game today, and then the Sundowns' game tomorrow. I will be live tomorrow for the Sundowns game. And then Monday is when we review properly, we will speak properly, we'll have the panels, and we'll break down the game as it happened. If you have not followed, please follow. Thank you so much to the people that sent gifts. Thanks to those in the comments. Thank you to those that jumped in and help me along, man. Kapiniak that I felt here. It's fine. We'll sleep with broken hearts. It's okay. Ntabi, Unati, Fanenom, Crazy T, Kimang, Gaviola, Stembinkosi, Gustavo, thank you so much for the gifts. But if you do want to continue the conversation, there is a WhatsApp group, a formal WhatsApp group where you'll find Malume Kutso, Agente, Lindo Pep, Velile, all of those people are in that WhatsApp group. If you want to join the WhatsApp group, just head on over to YouTube, click on subscribe, click on join. And then in the members area, you'll get the link to come into the WhatsApp group. Incredible place, 24/7. Right now, I know I am going to be bantered. We are going to be bantered as Chiefs fans there in that group now. So if you want to inflict more pain or if you want to help us defend, join the WhatsApp group. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Sundowns game. Bye, everyone.